Welcome back to the Pearl Report. Corporate executives are practicing mindfulness to relieve stress. Medical students and doctors learn it to prevent burnout. Other aficionados find this meditation mode enhances compassion.
Begin to open your eyes, look at the wonderment around you, and start your mindful walking.
These students at Hong Kong University School of Medicine are practicing mindful walking in a mindfulness class offered for the first time last year.
Okay, everyone stop. Stop now and just close your eyes and just sense now the contact of the feet on the ground. Just sense and feel your body breathing.
The students are instructed to enjoy the present moment, not to think of past or future concerns.
There's been so many times when I have not been mindful while getting around the city. You'll be walking with a group of friends and accidentally bump into someone just because you're not fully present.
Pause. You can always pause when things are too frantic.
These things, a sunset, what can you measure in a sunset, except that if you really look and be with it, it brings you so much joy. I think mindfulness enables you to be more alive in your daily life.
When you can really walk with purpose and concentration, you don't feel so loose, you don't make mistakes as easily.
It will save their lives and lives of their patients. Medical errors happen when their mind is elsewhere. If he's attentive, he can listen clearly to what the patient is telling him about the suffering in order to bring about healing. It will save lives as when they're prescribing a drug to a patient. He is more likely to realize his own limitations, thereby he can know when to bring in help from other people.
Try to choose a stranger to work with.
Say, I'm having some bad feelings. What are the causes of these feelings? Is that because I haven't treated the patient well enough? Or is that because the patient has told me something that I don't know how to deal with? Then I will think about how can I solve those problems. That's the benefit of being mindful.
Some studies show that among medical students and about primary care doctors who are stressed out, who have problems with having a good doctor-patient relationship, mindfulness seems to help them.
Among these studies conducted in the United States in recent years is one in which 30 physicians who took 3 sessions in mindfulness experienced reduced job burnout, depression, anxiety, and stress.
Doctors are burning out.
Dr. Chan says that's 50% in the West, 30% in Hong Kong.
Medical students suffer from symptoms of burnout such as anxiety, depression, up to 50% of them.
Bring your attention to your breathing. Notice your breathing out.
Researcher Venus Wong teaches med students mindfulness meditation.
Some students have experienced a very immediate improvement in their well-being, better sleep at night, better concentration throughout the day.
Cultivating this balance and this stability is of utmost importance. Being mindful is just so much better way to live each day. That makes life a lot more fruitful because you're going to build up good memories that way.
Taking care of their own physical and emotional health before they get into a real practice world.
In that real world, Dr. Chan says he suffered from chronic stress 8 years ago as head of pathology at Queen Mary Hospital. He took up mindfulness after taking a university course in Buddhism.
I learned that mindfulness is a way you can find inner peace. So it has helped me to be more attentive, to have better relations with my colleagues and my family. It changed my life.
My role standing here, I'm running a shop.
Sir Dan Lam runs Flow Books in Central. He's been practicing mindfulness daily for 23 years.
So mindfulness is about accept what you're doing at that moment. Whether you are driving a Rolls Royce or you are doing the cleaning in a bookshop. So it's not about how important it is, but at the same time it's emotional consultation. The key is you have to be very attentive. You aware of your breathing. Conversation with the customers also enrich my life as my personal mindfulness practice.
Last year, Serdam rented a space in an industrial building in Sampokong.
The purpose of the space is for sharing a mindfulness state with people, no matter my friend or someone I don't know.
In dance,
Mindfulness dancing helps carry you to the stage of mindfulness. The difference between a mindfulness dancing and a disco dancing is I become the dance and I intend to disappear in the dance. I suggest you to enjoy.
or in meditation.
I will call myself a meditation companion. I will guide people who are interested to go into a state of mindfulness to do it together as quick as in half an hour time.
After 30 minutes of group meditation,
There are some very significant physical feeling. You feel warmer, you feel relaxed, you can even feel your face, the tense is dissolving. There are some light, color appear in your visualization. It's spirituality. It is. It's definitely.
Mindfulness can change the blood flow to your brain, to certain parts of your brain, which can show better attention and reduce reactivity, reduce emotional reactivity.
Rohini Bhatt heads this spiritual center, practicing Raja Yoga, an Indian form of mindfulness dating back hundreds of years.
Basically, we are teaching people to remain in present, be here and now, and value what you had in the past, those experiences, and thereby you change your future also. And today, once again, Baba is
She teaches people the law of karma.
whatever I feel, whatever happens to be, I am responsible for that. No one else is. If I choose not to let them hurt me, I can do so. And that's the biggest thing I learned, that now I have a choice.
Rohini, a former journalist, embraced Raja Yoga in 1996.
I'm learning to be mindful of what kind of thoughts I am creating. So if I'm creating too many negative thoughts, too many thoughts of anger and frustration and irritation, it is going to affect me personally.
At least 100 people attend the free classes every week at the Raja Yoga Center in Tin Hau.
With Raj Yoga, it's more of focus on the thoughts every second. We've come to know what's wasteful thoughts.
Samit, a businessman, attends the 7 a.m. class every morning.
Before Raj Yoga, I was very egoistic person, very forceful. But after Jai Yoga, I find more peace with myself. I'm peaceful with the world.
Ran away.
Rohini says one of the main tenets of Raja Yoga is self-compassion.
Usually what we do, we whip ourselves for failure. That means I'm actually focusing on failure, but don't be emotional about it and focus on where I succeeded. That means I'm being compassionate towards myself.
Also taught is compassion for others. Chris Drake, a Hong Kong-based lawyer, practices Raja Yoga mindfulness.
In other words, if we're constantly thinking one thought rapidly after another, then we're not going to be developing the level of compassion and the ability to think deeply that perhaps we need to have.
Since he was a teen, Chris has devoted a lot of time to contemplation out of inner desire with little influence from adults.
I would often just try to be more aware of what's around, notice the different shades of green of the leaves, notice the sky. Essentially, it's just to live and be aware of what is around. Quite often we don't do that. People will practice mindfulness in different ways. What I found is that it helps develop empathy. With empathy, I think you're talking about the golden rule, the idea that we should do unto others as we would like them to do unto us.
He does that through volunteer work, teaching English to Indonesian migrant workers every Saturday at this nonprofit center he helped start.
Good morning.
What we have experienced and felt.
Several times a year, he teaches mindfulness to students and teachers in mainland China.
Adding fresh purpose and meaning. There's a need probably for people all around the world to spend time with themselves. Hong Kong was one of the most stressed cities in the world to live in. I think a world lived on fast forward in which there isn't space for reflection, in which there isn't space for deep thinking, is problematical.
Well, thank you for watching our show. It will be re-aired on Tuesday and Saturday, as well as on tvb.com. Until next time, from the Per Report team, good night, good luck, and good health.